Hi guys, it's Nicole, and today's the day that I am officially sort of calling Creating with Collections Volume 4 done for me. I still need to check in with Sarah and see if she's done, and while I'm filming this today, both of our sort of finishing up type videos will go up together. So as a refresher, Creating Collections Volume 4, I used Cocoa Vanilla Storyteller line. I know I started this probably a year ago, but I work on things at my own pace. Typically that doesn't bother me. With Sarah reaching out, wanting to join me on this one, I do feel a little bit bad that I kind of stretched it out, but life got in the way, and thankfully she is super supportive and things like that. And big thank you to Sarah for playing along, and I'm really curious to kind of hear her take on the end of this and kind of what she took away from this style of like a kill a kit type challenge. I do just kind of want to remind everybody that this is a challenge that I do for myself with my own rules. It changes kind of each time, and when I'm done, I'm done. I tend to just kind of throw everything away. Sometimes I'll keep a couple pieces or a couple like really good like basics for die cutting. Other than that, I just go ahead and toss it and I move on. I don't want to like package it up and mail somebody a bunch of what I would deem kind of trash at this point. Like I really cut into this stuff. So I'm going to start off just kind of quickly going through my finished layouts, and then I'll kind of show you guys an overview of my supplies and where they're at. And then when I go to edit this video, hopefully I will be smart enough, I will post up here, there's like a little eye that pops up for all the process videos for these. So in case you see a layout and you're like, I don't remember seeing that video, you can easily find it. There's also going to be a link to a playlist where all of these will be housed. So I do have them in order of all my doubles are first, and then all of my singles, and they're in order of kind of when I made them. So all the way back to the beginning was this one, and this one I'm pretty sure I started at a crop. I'm not 100% sure. No, I did this one at home. I don't remember at this point. Like I said, it's been probably almost a year. So most of the doubles that I started with, I was using a sketchbook from Scrapbook Generation that focused on 4x6 photos, because when I decided on this kit, I knew I was going to use these specific family photos. So I was going to, typically when I do our family photos, I focus on 4x6s. And I still try to get as many as I can in a layout. So I started kind of with our family photos. I did mix it up a little bit when I got to like my kids' individual photos. This one was actually, I comboed my kit with Cut to You and used one of their titles with a sketch. So that was fun. And some of these I can't remember which is the left or the right, but I think so far I'm okay. So again, most of these have process videos. This one in particular, I do remember I started it at the crop and I didn't finish it until pretty recently. So yeah, I tend to kind of be one way or the other. I'm either big swatches of pattern paper with a small scattering of embellishments, or I am die cutting my life away, getting tiny pieces of paper and fussy cutting tiny little embellishments, and there's stuff everywhere. That's just kind of something that I've learned throughout this little series and challenge that I invented for myself. I definitely learn every round, things I like, things I don't like. It definitely changes how I shop for things. This was another one that has a Cut to You. I'm pretty sure this is a Cut to You cut file. I think. I'm not 100% sure. This is about the only time you'll see me do like a single photo like this, is basically this is going to go into the first page of this year. I can't think of what year this is. This is probably 2020 or 2021. 2021, I think. maybe 22. I don't know. I have to go back and I have to date some of these. This is basically my album opener page. So I don't do journaling and stuff like that. Hopefully I explained that in the process video. So again, this was half of a 2-page sketch. I do remember that. This is from the 6x6 paper pad sketch bundle that I was working through at the same time. This one I think was a one-off sketch that I found in my files and I hadn't used, and I thought it would be good to cut from all the different papers that I had. This I talked about in the video. This was a scrap lift. This was about the point in the process where I was kind of getting a little bored with the kit. And when I start a Creating with Collections, I don't go and look at like Pinterest. I don't look at the design team stuff that was from the manufacturer. I try to just kind of do my own thing for a little bit. When I got a little bored, I went on Pinterest and I saw a bunch of stuff that I was like, oh man, I wish I had seen that earlier. I got lucky that this one, the majority of the stuff that she had used on her layout, I hadn't used yet. I did switch up the photos. This one was another scrap lift type thing that I found on Pinterest. Again, there's more information on the videos and stuff like that. And like, these ones take me forever. I think this one took me probably 2 weeks, just here and there, just because I wanted all of this like stitching and stuff. But I like doing that. When I do this type of challenge for myself, I heavily lean into the things that I enjoy. So for me, that's going to be things like stitching. That's going to be fussy cutting from little tiny pieces, die cutting things that you'll only see a little piece of. Those are the things that make me feel like I'm using up the kit. And then this was the last one. I leaned heavily into a sort of design style that I use a lot, mostly because I had a couple 3x4 cards that I still loved and I just hadn't used yet. And so when I decided to die cut them, I was like, you know what, let's just go with the photo grid, tuck them in and kind of figure out what's left and use up the last little bits that I still enjoy. I think originally I was going to go back and put some like wood grain die cut hearts, and I forgot. And then by the time that I sort of flipped the switch in my brain that I'm done, I'm done. I'm not going to go back and add them. Could I? Yes. Mentally, I'm done. I want to put this in my layout. I want to clean up the kit, and I want to move on to some other things. I like variety. So what is left of my kit? I think for that, I'm going to pause this. I need to take my camera off and I'm actually going to move you guys over to the other side of my room. Okay, so in an effort to try to explain what's going on, I have this large foam core board. I keep it in my closet. I use it for when I'm taking photos of layouts and product and stuff. It's actually just sitting on this little tiered cart. If you watched my clean out video, you watched this thing get moved around a lot. When I got to the last couple of layouts, I was getting really tired of digging through everything and I wanted to see everything and have like a better idea of, okay, what is left? What am I gravitating towards? And so I just kind of started laying things out. So as far as like full-size pieces of paper, that's pretty much it. This is all I have left of those foam titles, so I'm pretty proud of myself for using those. This is all I have left of the die cuts. Some of these are actually cut apart pieces. My accidental purchase of 2 sticker sheets. I feel like I did okay on that. These I cut just to kind of show you guys that a lot of the patterns I didn't like. I was cutting like my, when I do like Dickers and stacked die cuts, I was cutting from those. And then a lot of my scraps and pieces, I was putting just all the yellows together, all the greens together, because when I would be working on something and I needed like a small die cut of something green or something pink, like I would come over here and look at stuff, or I would come to this pile of stuff over here and I was fussy cutting things like specific colored butterflies, stuff out of like this. So yeah, this definitely worked out for me. I think if and when I do another Creating with Collections and I get towards the end, I'm going to pull out my trusty foam board and kind of do the same thing. The majority of this, you guys are probably going to gasp, I'm going to go ahead and toss. I might keep a couple things, like I'll cut off the tags. I really love these. I couldn't figure out how to use them, where to use them. I'm going to keep some of like the good chunks of the wood grain and put it, I have a little envelope where I keep like specific kind of paper like this to die cut small things from. And that's probably it. Everything else I'm going to go ahead and toss. I was keeping like anything and everything, and I cannot tell you how many times I would go and I would pull something out, or I would be like, I have to be out of pink. There can't be any more pink. What am I going to do? And I would come across something like this and I'd be like, you know what? I can fit something right there. So is there enough that I could probably have gotten another 3 or 4 layouts? Yes. But my brain got to the point where it said, you've done good. Let's call it. Like, let's go ahead and move on. And in fact, I did do a little bit of stats for you guys. So all in all, I had 7 double-page layouts, 8 one-page layouts, so a total of 15 layouts in a sense, and a total of 74 pictures that I got done with the kit. Again, I will link above in the right to anything that I can possibly think of, if it will let me link that many. If not, I'll link to the playlist, and in the playlist I have like when I got my kit, I think I have a halfway point video, all kinds of good stuff. So with that, I just want to say thank you for following along with creating collections, even though it took almost a year, and I'll catch you guys later.